Hello, and welcome to this video. Today, I'll be reviewing Rebecca Black's debut EP, Rebecca Black Was Here. Now, I was anticipating this project, as I thought it was going to be a full-length album, but it turned out to be an EP. Overall, this EP is pretty good and a good sample of what Rebecca Black is and what she wants her music to be. It has a lot of potential in when she wants to release a full-length album somewhere in the future. It opens up with Better in My Memory, with interesting lyric composition and a cool chorus melody. It's quite, it feels like a cool pop song, but, it didn't really feel copy and pasted like usual pop song, because it's pretty formulaic, and I like the progression of it. Yeah, I think a lot of people perceive her now modern music as mediocre pop music, which is, to be fair, kind of accurate, but I've come to really like it and see how much she's improved since Friday. It contrasts. The vocals, I liked how it contrasts with the use of percussion. It was pretty fast paced to anticipate the progression towards the chorus, and I liked that. And I also like the small use of glitchy vocals and chops towards it. You'll notice that there's a pattern of that throughout the EP, and I like that type of sound and how she used it. It really shows some type of experimentation towards her vocals and what she envisions. And the synth solo towards the end was pretty nice. I especially like the uses of synths throughout this project, as there were different types of ones and just different breakdowns of what they were. Then the second track is kind of hyperpop-esque with much more auto-tuned and processed vocals compared to the rest of the tracks. It's quite noticeable with its use of auto-tune. It's got a catchy chorus, for real. And it's got some roaring bass drums and just airy snares, which is pretty nice. It gets more synthetic throughout the progression of the song, which is just really cool. It's quite gradual. And towards the end of the song, it just has it much more heavier changes of voice filters, more glitch, and uses the telephone filter, which was quite an interesting choice. Then we go to track 3, which is Not Gonna Lie, NGL. I think this is probably my favorite non-single out of the 3. It's got a scratchy synth opener with great use of just synths in that song. I know I say synths a lot. It's just got great use of synth. It's got some glitchy, chopped vocals. I think this is the most glitchy song out of the project. I think more than Personal. And it has a trap-like beat, which actually complements really well with the song. And it just feels futuristic, modern, and dated at the same time. Kind of like Dua Lipa's Future Nostalgia. I'm not trying to directly compare it, but just the date, the time of the music on what it sounds like. With track 4, it goes to Blue. Now this is the slower, the ballad of the song. If you know me, I'm not that deep into ballads, because I find it kind of difficult, and I just kind of get impatient to resonate with ballads. It gives me a couple listens, but then I come to really like them. That's just my process and my thoughts about ballads. I tend to have much more of a preference towards the catchy or the more aggressive songs of whatever project comes out. It's just and the vocals, they're just less processed, but you can still sense a bit of auto-tune. But it really fits her on her more natural vocals. It portrays a lot of emotion, and the feeling of the song feels like you're underwater. It's It's quite a cool song. With track 5, Worth It for the Feeling, this was the final single of the project. It's like chill synth pop with nice bass. I like that type of sound. I got big like vibes of like from the song Telepatia by Kali Uchis. That's a pretty popular pop sound going around right now. It's got some pretty cool uses and noticeable uses of R&B. I mean, there are just interesting uses of R&B throughout this project and her modern type of sound. I just think she's pretty good at using synth pop and R&B as her main genres with a dash of hyper pop if she feels like it. The chorus feels pretty lulling and just draws you in. It's a pretty good melody, and I just really like that. It's it's pretty simple, pretty nice, pretty chill. With the final closer, the final song, which was the lead single, the first lead single, Girlfriend. It's got some noticeable use of guitar, which is pretty interesting because the other songs don't really have that type of instrumental. It's got upbeat and tight percussion. It keeps the beat, fits the vocals very well. It feels summery and kind of ahead of its time because it still feels very fresh. Then again, probably shouldn't say that because it was only released in January. But yeah, the fact that it still feels really nice to listen to during the summer right now as I'm recording this. It's quite cute, catchy. Overall, just a great closer. And this EP, I've come to pretty much like it. I gave this like a good 5 to 6 listens because for some reason I couldn't remember it as well. Like, I had to take notes this time. So this was not improvised. I just forget stuff easily and easily zone out. So that was something. And I'm kind of glad and proud of Rebecca Black and how far she has come and how she released her first official like project, because most of her discography is just singles, and that's just refreshing and nice to know. I give this a strong 7. See ya.